G'day guys, Mark and Ian from Hunter's Campfire, and we're down here at adventure hunting in Springwood. One, to check out gear and probably spend lots of money, but two, more importantly, we're down here to do some work on the Beretta BRX rifles. We're going to swap out a barrel on one rifle and replace a stock on another. So we'll get to it.
Should be good. By the time we get out of here, I'll be buffalo gun ready.
Yes.
Mark's been doing it all week. It's my turn. We'll get this thing sorted out and underway. If you haven't been down a venture, this place is awesome. Best hunting and lifestyle shop I've been to in Australia for a long, long time. So yeah, come down, check it out. It's a great spot, great staff, good location. It's epic. It's good.
Yep, let's get to it.
All right, let's do it.
Today we're going to swap out this BRX in 3006 to 300 Win Mag. This rifle is completely modular, so the swapping out process, as changing the barrel and calibre, is actually not that difficult. Three major components. We have to change the bolt head.
Out of that.
And that bolt head comes out of what Beretta call the bolt carriage. So there's the bolt head there and the main body bolts there. So we're going to swap that out. We have to put a different magazine in, because we're going from 3006 to 300 Win Mag. And of course,
the new barrel.
We're going to put a new barrel on. So that's what we're going to do today. The reason for this is we're giving this a little bit more punch for the Northern Territory. So this is one of the buffalo guns that we'll be using in a couple of weeks. So let's get to it.
Yeah. So last time we went up to the Territory, we used this one in 3006. Did a great job, but we're going to be a bit more targeted this time. We're actually going to chase some bigger animals. So the more punch we can, the better. You can option the 3006 up, I think, to 220 grain. But even at 220 grain on these, you lose a lot of energy. So It's just been suggested, go to the 300 Win Mag, go to a 200 grain pill and get a lot more energy of the animal.
That's right, you'll get a lot more punch out of it. So just simply larger bullet, so higher grain ratage, but also a lot more energy. And with buffalo, it's all about energy. You've got to move a lot of buffalo flesh out of the way before you get to the vitals. So that's why it's really important that we've got that energy on our side. Yep. First thing we're going to do is just simply remove this scope, just so it's a lot easier to work on. And I'm only going to take the bridging mounts out here, these two screws out here, which are the barrel retaining screws. If we flip this over, it's those two screws there, and you'll see there's a large channel cut there, and that's actually the recoil, where the recoil lug. So there's a recoil lug in there, and we just need to line those two up. So, and as you can see, that's it. Those two screws are how the barrels hold in place. So we're going to take them out gently, and let's get them to move. There they are.
Now they've sent us up, as part of this barrel swap kit, a separate magazine.
Yep.
So my magazine's this one, and this one's for the 300 Win Mag. The naked eye tells me they're identical.
And
oh no, maybe not. I can just see here, if you see it on this one, you can just see this is slightly wider.
Yeah.
Obviously for the slightly wider casing.
And the good thing about that is when you do the conversion, using their Beretta manual, they actually explain what the difference is. And this is an A magazine. This is a B magazine. So for a 300 Win conversion, we need the A magazine, which is that one that is slightly wider. And we need an MA bolt head, which is a slightly different bolt head. So there's actually a small table that tells you exactly what you need. So we'll just get this to come out. Now, there is obviously going to be a point where it wants to drop out. Everything being equal, this should fall out. Ta-da.
Just like that?
Oh. Have a look at that.
Ah, there's fingernails in there. Is there a mouse in there? Oh, it's a leaf. It looked like a mouse tail. It's like, oh.
Okay, I think we put the barrel straight on. Good. So we're going to reverse that process. There's that recoil lug. That's really important.
Yeah, just flick that over.
Yep.
It's just here.
That's it. Really important we get that right. want it to sit in there. There's a nice little... I think that's it. Let's see if we can get those grub screws to grab first.
They remained in there, did they?
Yeah, they didn't come out. I think we're in there.
And are these the ones that require the torque wrench?
Yeah, so yeah, I can feel the barrel moving when I tighten them up. So, because the barrel's fully floating, so I can actually feel it pushing away from my hand then when we tighten it up. So these are at 10. If we use one of these type of torque devices, this actually is only in inch pounds. So we need to convert inch pounds to the Newton meters. And it's about, well, we know it's 10, which is 88. I know that simply because we converted it. The trouble with this particular one, it only goes up to 60, and we need to be around 88. So we've had to use, well, going to have to use the bigger guy as well. So let's get those in. Now, I never like to torque things straight up, so I'm going to kind of go 20, 40, 60, 80. And go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because we want that barrel to be in the perfect position. So let's give it a go.
I'm glad to know that when you all gave me shit about buying one of these last time, I now have a purpose for it.
Yeah, well, if you need to change the rear axle on your truck, you've got one, but I'll keep away from a rifle. There we go. Crank her up a little bit. And look, you don't have to do this, but it's just the way I like to do it. So we've got this set at 10, so this is it. Now these things are a little tricky to use. You want to get the little... There we go. I don't like doing a full run on these things. I don't know if I think you can miss the click. There we go. You can miss the click if you crank them up too much. So that's
job done.
That's barrels in place.
Yep. So it's now just the bolt head.
So now we'll do the bolt head. Okay, so the new barrel is on, and as you can see, the aim point's already fitted. What we need to change at the moment now is this particular bolt head, which is in the bolt carriage. The way this is again designed, it's very modular, and there's simply a little button you depress, and then the whole lot comes out as one assembly. Now that's, if you will, your bolt body, and this is your bolt head. And all it does is it keys in, and it's actually quite a smart idea, because the fact that you can make this a left and right-handed rifle, to make it truly left and right-handed, you actually want it to, if it's right-handed, eject to the right. If it's left-handed, eject to the left. And often, if you buy a rifle that's got a left-hand bolt, it still may not necessarily eject in the right direction. So what you do is you have to turn the bolt head 180 degrees and make sure the ejector's pointing the right way.
Show us again.
So it's like that,
here.
and it's pretty hard to see, but you have your ejector, and we just need to make sure that ejector's on the right side, as in the correct side that we want it to eject to. So all we kind of do is key that out like that, put the new one in. Now, when we put it in, this should be an MA according to the instructions, and it is. You won't be able to see it, but there's an MA. So that's a 300 Win Mag bolt head on the bolt, and then we just kind of slide it back in, depress that in. We're back together. That's the bolt. Okay. So last thing is to get the A magazine. If I can do it, working upside down. So bolt head, barrel, magazine, job done.